This is the iPhone 5, brought to you by TGN. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, this is Connor with TGN here, and today we're going to be covering the iPhone 5. Now, this is in correlation to my iPad 3 video, so if you are interested in the iPad 3, and you may very well be, go ahead and check out the link in the top right, or if you're on mobile, go ahead and check out the link in the description. If you can't find it anywhere, go ahead and check out the full channel. That's youtube.com/technology. If you have never heard of youtube.com/technology, click the link in the top left, and that'll take you to a video where everything is explained. So guys, just before we get in this video, I also want to say quickly, the iPhone 5 is about 8 to 9 months away from now on its release, so a lot of these rumors are not going to be true necessarily to when the iPhone 5 comes out, but these are a lot of things that are potential. These are definitely conceptions that could work out pretty well with the iPhone 5. We also have some pretty funny content that definitely won't be in an iPhone 5, but just kind of some conceptions that would be pretty awesome in the iPhone 5 that we will be covering in this video. So without any further ado, let's kick it off. So the first thing we're talking about here is release date. Now this is a pretty big deal for a lot of people because the iPhone 4S just came out, and a lot of people aren't really sure if they should buy it or not. Now personally, I would say if you don't have an iPhone, buy it. It's a very good phone. I'm not really sure if it's worth waiting a whole another 8 or 9 months to get a phone when the iPhone 4S is already a great phone. If you already have an iPhone 4, I don't really see the point in buying the iPhone 4S. Siri isn't that much of a really big deal to me. Now that being said, if you do buy the iPhone 4S now, you are on the wrong side of the upgrade schedule, and what I mean by that is if you buy the iPhone 4S, you're in a 2-year contract with whoever you are signing up with, whether that be Sprint or AT&T or whoever. And in 2 years, there will be a 5S most likely, because that's the schedule that Apple's been sticking with for the last 5 years. You will not be getting the upgrade part of your phone for another 2 years, so you'll miss the iPhone 5 and you won't get anything till the iPhone 5S. The better side of things is if you bought the iPhone 4, by the time the iPhone 5 comes out, you will be able to get an upgrade and pay the half off price of a phone, so it'll only be $200, whereas a phone without a contract is normally $600 or $700. So definitely, like I said, if you have an iPhone 4S now or an iPhone 4, wait till the iPhone 5. If you don't have it, maybe buy the 4S, but it's really up to you. Now that being said, when is the release date? The release date is speculated to be around summer of 2012, sticking with the every 1 year new iPhone that Apple likes to stick to. And in addition to that, it's rumored that the iPad 3 will be released around the same date, if not at the same press conference. So that's something pretty big. If you're an an Apple fan, you may be interested in buying the iPhone 5 and the iPad 3 at the same time. As many of you know, smartphones with bigger screens are selling like hotcakes right now, and that being said, the iPhone is just not cutting it with a 3.5-inch screen right now. A lot of people will agree that the iPhone screen just feels small, and you may be like, I don't really feel that, Connor, but if you go from a 4-inch screen on a phone or even a 4.5-inch screen like the Samsung Galaxy S2, there actually will be a noticeable difference. When you go from 3.5 inches to 4.5 inches, you will definitely notice a difference when you're typing or doing any type of gaming or anything like that. I personally prefer my 4-inch screen on my Thunderbolt just because gaming, even though it's not the same pixel density as the iPhone and it doesn't look as crisp necessarily, the screen is just bigger and it feels much better in my hand. That being said, I do like the iPhone 4S. I love Siri, but I just don't feel like it's cutting it with the 3.5-inch screen. So it is predicted right now that Apple will be bumping it up to either 3.8 inches or a 4-inch screen. Hopefully they bump it up to 4-inch screen. That may sound like a lot if you think about it, but it is measured diagonally, so it's not 4 inches wide or 4 inches up and down. It's actually measured diagonally. So it will still be 5 inch or 0.5 inches shorter than some Android phones, but I think maybe 4.5 inches will be too big, and Apple probably won't want to make it seem like it's a giant phone. Now, a lot of tablets and a lot of devices are starting to go towards a 3D model. Now, if you haven't got a chance to check out something like the 3DS or something along those lines, definitely go ahead, drive over to your Walmart or something like that and, play with it a little bit. I checked it out. I don't personally own any 3D devices like that, but they're actually pretty cool. I don't know why they work, how well they do, but they work amazingly. They add a lot of depth to the screen, and for gaming, it's pretty cool. I'm not sure how long I could look at it before my eyes hurt, but I think they would start hurting pretty soon after playing with it for a little while. But they do look pretty cool nonetheless. So will the iPhone be implementing this? I personally don't think it will, because the market, I feel like it's there, but I don't really feel like it's a good thing because a lot of people are turned off by 3D with a lot of studies saying it strains your eyes and children shouldn't play with 3D and things like that. So 3D is still kind of a blur to a lot of people. It's a pretty cool idea. Some people are going to be like, oh, 3D, that's awesome that it has that feature, but a lot of people might be turned off from this. So maybe Apple will wait till the iPhone 5S as a minor upgrade being 3D. That's a possibility, but personally right now, I don't really see that happen, but that is definitely subject to change in the next 8 months. Now, currently, rumors of the iPad 3 getting thicker are out there, and it is one of the biggest rumors right now. The iPad 3 will be thicker. So the question is, will the iPhone 5? Now, I don't see the iPhone 5 getting thicker because if they're making the screen bigger, then they won't have any reason to make it thicker. So even if they're adding more components, maybe some kind of 3D component or a bigger battery, or the A6 chip, let's say, takes up more room, they actually probably won't have to make it thicker because of the extra inches that they're adding onto the screen size. 0.5 inches diagonally is a good amount of room, probably could fit a little bit of a bigger battery, or even if they needed to add a bigger chip or something like that, it's definitely doable with an increase in screen size. So the rumors of it getting thicker, I don't really see happening. Maybe even getting thinner is definitely a possibility. Now, the last rumor I want to talk about here is the glass. Now, this is a big design thing with the iPhone 4 and 4S. A lot of people are calling this a design flaw by Apple because if you drop your smartphone, it a lot of times will shatter on almost any angle you drop it on because it's made of glass. Now, it's not just made of any glass, it's actually made of Gorilla Glass, which is one of the strongest types of glass in the world right now that are reasonable to put on a smartphone and still as transparent as glass. That being said, they actually just came out with Gorilla Glass 2, as you're seeing behind me. The video behind me is actually of one of their CES type things that they had going on over there of Gorilla Glass 2. Now, from the display they were saying Gorilla Glass is 1 millimeter thick currently on the current version on the iPhone, and it actually will be bumped down to 0.8 millimeters thick and actually stronger in some situations. So not only is it going to be getting thinner, but it will be getting most likely a little bit stronger depending on the situation. So it's really not a bad thing to have all glass design if the glass can handle a drop or two and still work fine. I still would say get a case because, you know, if you scratch up your glass, it's not good, but it will have a nice glass on the front, which will be Gorilla Glass most likely. I'm sure they'll have it on their phones as the phone is 8 months away and Gorilla Glass 2 is just now rolling out. So I'm sure they'll be putting that on their phones. Guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, favorite the video. If you want to be constantly updated with other things about the iPhone 5, check out our show. I believe we are #1 on the YouTube search for iPhone 5 right now, so let's hope we stay up there, guys. Toss us a subscription on the show. Link's in the top left up there. It's the blue link up by the video, or link in the description if you can't find it up there. And that's pretty much it, guys. Also check out our channel, that's /technology. If you don't know what youtube.com/technology is, you've never heard of it before, don't worry, you can go ahead and click the link in the top left up there with the annotation, or just go ahead and click on the channel link up at the top. So until next time, guys, peace.
This video is part of the Way Movement, a career path for YouTubers. To learn more, visit tgn.tv.